Hey guys, welcome to the Gourmet Paparazzi. I'm Karen Throckmorton, and today we're going to make chicken divine. All right, I've got one in the oven, so you guys will be able to see a completed one. Otherwise, I'll have you on here too long. All right, what we're gonna do is, normally I don't follow recipes like most of you know. So today I actually did Google some recipes, and I picked out a Paula Deen chicken divine recipe. Not sure if you say, and it's a big thing on Facebook, or not Facebook, but online. How do you say chicken divan? Chicken divan, chicken divan, chicken divine. We've always called it chicken divine. All right, so got the recipe. I'll post it on Facebook later. It is a Paula Deen recipe. It is not normally how I make mine. I don't measure. I just throw some chicken, some broccoli, some cream of mushroom soup with some mayonnaise and sour cream, and throw some cheese on it and bake it. So this one is a little bit different. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I took 4 cups of raw broccoli and cut it up and put it in, and I have just about 1 inch of water in here, and I'm going to put a lid on it, and I'm going to throw it in the microwave for about 4 minutes. All right. All right, the recipe actually calls for frozen broccoli. I don't ever make mine with frozen broccoli, but you can if you have frozen broccoli. It's, you know, it's easier. You do, I believe, have to thaw it out first, drain it, and then from there you use it. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we have our broccoli in the microwave, and it's gonna cook for 4 minutes. Normally when I make broccoli, even for our family, I'll do the same thing. I'll do it for 6 minutes. It's not, I don't like mushy broccoli, so it's kind of the same thing. You just cook it for a few minutes longer. What I did was I just took some butter and put it on a paper towel. You can use a Ziploc, and we're just going to butter the bottom of this pan. Hopefully you guys can see it there. We're going to butter the bottom of it, and I'm going to kind of do up the sides a little bit too. So normally, like I said, normally in my recipe I will put down the broccoli and the chicken, and then I'll put my sauce over it. In this one, you put down your broccoli, your chicken, you make your sauce, and then you kind of supposed to mix it up with a spatula, which is kind of different than what I do. But like I said, I have one in the oven and I tried it already and it seems to work, so we'll go with that. All right, so my pan is greased, my 9x13 pan. I'm gonna set that aside. All right, then I'm gonna take 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. And you can use cream of mushroom. Hey, if you guys jump on here, just say hi, let me know you're here, wave something. Anyways, you can use cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, cream of celery. I mean, you really, it's chicken divine, however you say it. Chicken divan, kind of went through that already. But I'm just gonna scrape these 2 out, all right? And I did cream of mushroom today. And this, like I said, is another recipe that you can vary on and kind of do what you want to do with it. There is no wrong or right to this recipe, all right? So I thought I probably wouldn't use this much, but like I said, hey Joe, I normally don't follow a recipe, so we're going to follow a recipe today for you guys. All right, so I've got that in there. I'm going to put in 1 cup of mayonnaise. So we've got 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. We're going to do 1 cup of mayonnaise. We're going to do 1 cup of sour cream. All right. Paula Deen's recipe calls for curry powder. I really didn't want a curry taste today, so I'm actually going to add a little bit of crushed red pepper. I like that in chicken. We're just gonna add a little crushed red pepper to that. All right. We're gonna add a teaspoon of lemon juice. And I promise this time, if you guys saw me the other day make my garlic, the lemon juice went flying across the counter. All right, so 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Let me grab my timer is going off. just took the chicken divine out of the oven that I have pre-baking so that you guys will be able to see it. Okay, so in this bowl we have 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, 1 cup of mayonnaise, 1 cup of sour cream. I put in some crushed red pepper. The recipe actually calls for curry powder. I'm going to do a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. All right. Now, what differs in this recipe than the way I normally make it is I'll make the sauce and then I'll pour it over my chicken and my broccoli in the pan and then put the cheese on top, okay? But this recipe has a breadcrumb Parmesan cheese and a butter topping, and so they actually put the cheese into the sauce. So we're gonna put a cup of, and it calls for cheddar. You can really use any kind of cheese you want, all right? All right, let me mix that. Let me grab my chicken out of the refrigerator. So I had an extra rotisserie chicken from the other day when I made the chicken salad and the chicken wrap, okay? So it's in the fridge, and my husband said, we make some chicken divine. So I deboned it and I cut it up. Now this was 1 chicken, and I made 2 recipes with it. So this is, it calls for 6 cups of shredded chicken. I did 5 in each because it ended up being 10 cups. So it's plenty of chicken. All right, so let me get the broccoli out of the microwave. So like I said, the recipe actually calls for frozen broccoli, but I like fresh broccoli. So I go to Sam's and I get that big bag of broccoli. We always have it in the refrigerator. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to put a little bit of water in this with the broccoli, put a cover on it in the microwave for 4 minutes. So I'm just draining that. All right, so we've got our 9x13 pan that we already buttered. And we're just going to sprinkle this fresh broccoli in the pan. Hopefully you guys can see that. I put my laptop over here. Actually, let me start my laptop up so I can see it better than on the screen. Let me get myself up here. I'm getting a sauna. All right, there we go. All right, if you guys have any questions, let me know. When do you add the vodka? Yeah, I got cooking sherry. You actually add white wine to it. I don't drink a whole lot, and so for me to go get a bottle of dry white wine for half a cup and then waste the rest of the bottle, I just get cooking sherry. And you can use, it's the exact same thing. Basically, this just stays longer in your cupboard where white wine will go bad. Okay, so we're gonna spread the broccoli, and then we're going to spread our chicken. And I really think that 5 cups of chicken is plenty. Like I said, it calls for 6, but that's kind of a lot of chicken already just with the 5 cups. And the reason I did 5 cups is because I made 2 casseroles. I've got 1 already baked, and I used 1 rotisserie chicken, and it's what I had. Okay, so we've got our sauce over here that we made. We're going to add that half a cup of cooking sherry to it, and like I said, the recipe does call for white wine, and so we're just going to mix that cooking sherry in there. I didn't want to buy a whole bottle. And then I like Moscato. I like sweet wines, not dry wines. Let me put this over here so you can see it. So 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, 1 cup of mayonnaise, 1 cup of sour cream. The recipe called for curry powder. I didn't want curry powder, so I put some red crushed pepper, a little bit of salt and pepper. We added some lemon juice to it, and we're just going to mix that up. Now, the recipe calls for you to mix it well into the chicken and the broccoli. And like I said, I don't ever follow a recipe, but I normally just put the stuff on the top of it. So I'm not going to mix it great, because I think when you do that, it's moving that chicken and that broccoli that you have evenly on the bottom, and then you don't know, like when you serve it, if you've got all broccoli in one bite or all chicken in one bite. So I'm going to spread that over there, and then I'm just going to kind of just move it around a little bit so it kind of gets in there without completely stirring it to mess up that chicken and that broccoli. Okay, normally at this point, this mixture also had a cup of cheddar in it, shredded cheddar. Normally at this point, I don't put the cheddar in the sauce. I just sprinkle cheese on top of this and bake it. But this recipe had a breadcrumb topping. So we are going to do that here in a minute. Just mixing this around a little bit. This is a buttered 9x13. All right. So I have a half a cup of breadcrumbs, and I like the Progresso, the Italian style breadcrumbs instead of just the plain ones. And a half a cup of Parmesan, shredded Parmesan. And then I melted 2 tablespoons of butter. So we're going to put that in that mixture. Mix this over here. Can you all see that? So 2 tablespoons of butter into our breadcrumb and Parmesan topping. This recipe is super quick, super easy. Majority of the stuff you'll have in hand, you know, some frozen broccoli in the freezer. I use fresh broccoli. Most people have breadcrumbs at home, have Parmesan cheese. If you're like me, I always have cream of mushroom, cream of celery, and cream of chicken soup base because you use it so much in cooking. All right, so we're gonna mix that really good. So we just want to kind of get that melted butter to get that the breadcrumbs wet. So we're gonna mix that really good. Anyways, just another quick throw together recipe. You don't have to use rotisserie chicken. You can use chicken breast. You know, any kind of chicken that you have left over from dinner that you just need to cube up. Like I said, it calls for 6 cups of chicken. That's a lot of chicken. You don't need to use that much. I used 5 cups in mine. All right, so got that mixed up really good. We're gonna take our 9x13 here and we're just gonna sprinkle that on the top. And then I think you only bake it for like 25 minutes on 350. So I mean, quick, fresh, good idea for this quarantine time, something different with your leftover chicken. All right, that's it. All right, let me wash my hands real quick. All right, so at this point, you're just gonna pop that in the oven. Like I said, I will go ahead and put that recipe online for you guys. Like I said, I don't normally follow recipes, but I went ahead and followed this one. And I like the white wine in it. Like I said, I've already baked one and I tasted it and it was pretty good. So let me throw this in the oven and bring the baked one back over here so you guys can see what it looks like. All right, there's the baked chicken divine. Okay, now I actually, on the way to the oven with the other one, I decided not to put it in the oven because you can actually freeze this. The way that you're gonna wanna freeze it, if you decide you wanna freeze it, you're gonna wanna put tin foil down in your 9x13, make it, then freeze it, and then pull it out, or actually not freeze it, in the dish. You'll pull that 9x13, you'll pull that tin foil out, you'll freeze it like that, and then when you're ready to make it, once it gets frozen, you can wrap it better in tin foil and then pop it right back into that glass. Anyways, or just keep it in the refrigerator for a couple days and bake it when you're ready for it. But there's one baked chicken divine. Super easy, great recipe. Let's see here. You guys got any comments or any questions? Hey, Justin. Hey, Charlene. Hey, Melissa. I got Ken. I got hey, Joe. How are you? All right. I can't see this on my other one, so I'm going to just go over here. Hey, Floyd. All right, guys. Does anybody have any questions? You can go back and watch this. I'll put it, once it's done, I'll put it on Facebook, and I'll also put it on my YouTube channel. All right, great cooking with you guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.